4 weeks, 4 episodes, 4 next steps. Week 1, we talked about quitting hiding. And week 2, we shifted from fat loss focus to muscle building focus. Week 3, we talked about your body not being broken, just bracing and needing safety. And now we're here, week 4, and I want to ask you something directly. What has shifted for you this month? Not in your body, in how you think about your body, your relationship with your body. Because that shift is the foundation. Everything else gets built on top of it. And today I want to talk to you about what's next. Not a grand plan, just the next right step. Hey, I'm Annah Kate, your transformation trainer, and welcome to Liberate Your Awesome. Here is something I've seen over and over and over again with the women that I work with. They do the learning, right? I always tell you, I'm not going to teach you anything that you probably don't already know. I'm going to help you do something that you've never done. They get the insight, they feel the shift, and then they go home to their real life without support and old patterns creep in. Not because they're weak, but because life is real and loud. Kids are home, work is busy, summer is full, and without someone in your corner, without a structure that holds you accountable, the next step stays the next step forever. That proverbial, I'll start on Monday, is always this coming Monday. You were never meant to do this alone. So that's not a sales pitch, that's biology. We're wired for community. Healing happens in partnership. Proverbs 11:14 says that there's wisdom in many counselors. You don't need to figure this all out by yourself. You need someone who has walked this road and can help you see the path when you cannot, and help hold your hand to keep walking the path when it's dark or when you don't feel like you can take another step. So let me tell you what I've built and why I built it this way. So I use something called the 90-day breakthrough, and it's not a 90-day challenge. It's not a program that you buy and do alone. It's a coaching relationship. There's 6 30-minute sessions in your first 90 days. There's support products. There's all the things that you struggle with in your daily life. That's what we address. We address your body, your goals, and the next steps. This is not a cookie cutter program. So the 6 sessions, if you were to just get the time with me, it'd be almost $400. And every single session is designed around one thing: your next right step with where you are and what we can actually do to make it happen. Okay? So we cover the muscle building shift that we talked about this month. We cover the nervous system work. We cover the identity piece. We cover sleep, stress, nutrition, movement, and faith. Not all at once, one layer at a time, because that's how it sticks. And we address your red flags first. Where in those areas are just kind of blaring alarms that are going off? Some of them you're on solid. You got them on lockdown. No problem. Others you struggle. And not everybody struggles with the same things. So this isn't an overhaul. This is just the first 90 days. It's a guided series of steps with someone who has lived every single thing she teaches. So what's the coaching advantage? Research consistently shows that accountability and social support are among the greatest predictors of behavior change. That maintenance that you want to move into, it's the strongest predictor. So it's not motivation, it's not willpower, it's support. It's women who reach their goals who are not more disciplined. They're the most supported. And I always tell this to my other fellow coaches, and I will tell you this in our first meeting together. If at some point in our coaching relationship, you don't absolutely hate me and are so frustrated with me that I'm not doing my job right, because I'm only pointing out what you're not willing to address or focus on, or you know is right. You're not mad at me, you're mad at yourself. And I'm just the closest thing that helps you move through that. So I know that we're on the right path when that happens. And I know some of you are sitting in that familiar feeling right now. I've tried this before and it didn't stick. I want to say it one more time so it lands so clearly and you understand. It didn't stick because the approach was wrong. It did not. I want to say this one more time clearly so it lands. It didn't stick because the approach was wrong. I want to say this one more time clearly so it lands. It did not stick because the approach was wrong, not because you were wrong. You bought everything that you had to an approach that was not designed for your body, your life, or your nervous system. That's not failure. That's information. So, the 90-day breakthrough is built differently, and it's fully customizable. It starts where you are. It moves at the pace your life allows. It does not require perfection. It requires one next step at a time. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Not all at once. Remember, his strength is made known in our weakness. And we don't do all things perfectly. All things we don't do perfectly. One faithful step at a time. With strength that is even not yours to manufacture. Partnership, community. Rely on the most important relationship to give you strength. That's what he's there for. All right, so you can sign up for the 90-day breakthrough in the comments below, in the link below. You can sign up for the 90-day breakthrough with the link in the show notes, and I want to be clear about what that means. This is not a high-pressure sales situation. It's an invitation. I want you to use the support and also get the community of a personal one-on-one coach. If this summer has already started shifting something in you, if the last 4 weeks have given you even one thought that felt different, that's the signal. You don't need to feel completely ready. And understand if you don't. That's okay. You just need to say yes and take the next step. So it'll take you 5 minutes to get enrolled and get that support on its way, and then we'll set up our first meeting. It'll give me all of your contact information, and we'll make sure that it's a right fit and adjust as we go. If you're someone that doesn't need support products, then you can do my full intentional body project, which is 12 weeks of one-on-one coaching that we really dive in and we go in deep and we set up the skill sets for you to move forward with a healthy lifestyle. Doesn't include support products, so you have the option if that's not a direction that you want to go. So it's a-okay that you are not there yet. If either one of those options is not a choice at the moment, go hang out at the vault, right? Go to liberateYourAwesome.com/vault and you get access to all of my free resources. So audits, checklists, you get access to the summer sculpt and the summer audit, and just check in where you're at. So free resources all around. So this has been the Rooted and Rising series. 4 weeks, 4 next steps. And I hope that you leave this summer knowing one thing above all else. You're not broken. There's not anything wrong with you. You were just writing. You were just waiting for the next right step. One foot in front of the other. And as always, go out and liberate your